Hello Shemai and welcome back to the Austrian adventure, and today we have a game that may well be the season defining game. Since last episode things have gone downhill very fast. After losing 3-1 to Wolfsburg, we actually beat top of the table Rapid Wien 2-0. Unbelievable result, couldn't believe it. It was a really good defensive performance. Since then we lost 3 games on the bounce without scoring a goal against some pretty average teams as well. SV were 1 from bottom when we played them, Sturm Graz were mid-table, and Wacker Mödling were actually bottom, and we still lost 1-0 to them. We have, however, redeemed ourselves slightly by beating Austria Wien 1-0, which was an impressive result, and one of the main reasons why that happened, I think, was because we've changed the tactic. We just had to. It got so bad where we had a meeting with the board, and they said if things don't improve within a month, we'll be sacked, which is not good. So I've I've completely changed the tactic to something with 2 strikers up front and something maybe with a lot more defensive players, with Zwischenberg in front of 3 at the back. Today we're playing Red Bull Salzburg, who have been on nothing short of an incredible run of form. They started the season pretty woefully and they were down the bottom. They were bottom of the table at one point. And then I think it might have been here with a 2-0 win against Sturm Graz. They have literally, look at how many games they've won in the league. Since the 3rd of November, they've only lost 2 league games. 2 league games they've lost since then, and they've been absolutely battering teams as well. They battered us earlier on in the season 4-1. So this is going to be nothing short of a miracle if we win this game. And the board expected me to do better within a month, and because we've got some time off now for an international break, there is a chance that if we lose this game, we'll be sacked. It's quite a tough game, and we're down in 6th, which is really disappointing. I mean, the main reason why we're down so far is we've only drawn 2 games this season. Usually we draw quite a lot of games, and just a few of these losses into draws, and we'd be up in 3rd, but we've lost a massive amount of game. We're conceding a ridiculous amount of goals. Defensively, we've been very poor this season, so I'm going to try and change that. And in the last few games, if you can tell, George Elias has not scored in a while since that last episode defeat. Söderdersen, maybe last game, George Elias assisted Söderdersen, so I'm hoping that they can be a good strike partnership up front. So this is the team, a little bit different. We've got Luxa in goals, Skirbic, Jaeger and Zek as the 3 centre-backs, Zwischenberger as the defensive midfielders sitting in front of them. And then we've got Tobias Kynes just ahead of Zwischenberger in midfield trying to run things. We've got Prokopic on the right and Zlatko Tripic on the left. Unfortunately, Kenjigo isn't quite as good as a right midfielder as he is a right winger. We've got Paulinho behind the striker, who again has been very disappointing this season. Söderdersen and George Elias up front. We're 10-1 to win this game. Like I said, it's going to be nothing short of a miracle if we manage to get 3 points today. Don't forget, guys, if you're enjoying the series, which may not last that much longer, please give it a like and subscribe. And a couple of interesting things have happened since last episode. I've been offered 2 job interviews. One was at Austria Wien and one was at Leicester, and I declined them both. And I'm thinking if I get another one, mainly an Austrian club, I only want to go to an Austrian club because this is the Austrian adventure, then I'll make a little poll and see if we should leave the club. I would kind of regret not going to the interview for Austria Vienna just because of the resources that the club has. First highlight here of the game, Berisha on the ball, up to Diaz, can't really see the names. George Elias gets tackled by Radcevic, a really good tackle. Diaz on the ball, no one's putting a challenge in. Kynes finally wins the ball back, gives it inside to Zwischenberg, gets a poor clearance, and they've got the ball again. Coming to the box now, Dimitri Oblin out wide to Medina. Can we win the ball back? Not looking likely. Diaz into the box, Minamino, and it's a good save from Luxa. Fantastic save from him there. Luckily, don't go 1-0 down just yet. So we approach the half-hour mark. We still haven't had a highlight in our favour. We've only had 1 shot on target in our favour. And there's a lot of really low ratings out there at the moment, especially with our attacking players. Maybe this... I know Paulinho had a really poor game last game in this system, so maybe it doesn't suit him. The problem is we don't really have any strikers to come off the bench, not any good ones anyway. We've got Gerbic, who can apparently play up front. I've never played him up front before. I think he might have to. We've got a throw in here though. Söderdersen on the ball, gives it to Prokopic, playing a new rollout on the wing. Paulinho with the ball, fantastic ball out to Tripic in the box, and Söderdersen has scored. Just as I said, the system may not be working. Söderdersen pops up with a fantastic goal. Paulinho, what an unbelievable pass to Trippic. And Trippic does well to, well, it goes past George Elias. I don't know how George Elias hasn't hit that, but I'm not complaining. Söderdersen scoops in and gets a goal. We're 1-0 up. It's 60 minutes gone. I'm quite happy. I'm going to take George Elias, see if what position can Gerbic play up front. We'll get him to play as a false 9. A little bit more defensive. Paulinho, no, actually no. I think we're not gonna take George Elias off. We're gonna take Paulinho off and see who's the best player to come on for him. Kenji Go. Try playing him behind the striker. That might be a new role for him. Maybe he might play, because he's been playing poorly on the wing since his injury as well. So that's another thing we've got to look for. There's a free kick here. Zwischenberg up to Kainz, to Kenji Go, to George Elias. Back into Kainz. We've got the ball. It's going towards the box. George Elias strikes it. Oh, what a save. It's there again. We've scored 2. George Elias has scored 22 goals this season now. I was saying, thank God I didn't take him off the pitch. He strikes it, hits the post. I don't know if the keeper saves it. And Prokopic is there. Pass it to George Elias, and there was no way he was going to miss that. It's 2-0. 70 minutes gone. What an unbelievable performance this has been so far. We're going to make some subs, though. Kainz has played really well. But we just want to get some fresh legs on, and we're going to put Christensen in there as a deep line playmaker on defend to give some fresh legs into midfield and make sure we don't concede any goals in the last few minutes of this game. 5 minutes to go, 2-0 up. Surely we can't give away this now. Prokopic with a free kick. Maybe there could be another one here. Christensen to Prokopic. Into Söderdersen. It's 3-0. What is going on? We've just beaten Austria Wien, and now we're 3-0 up away at Red Bull Salzburg, who have been in nothing short of phenomenal form. Great ball into Prokopic. There's a second assist of the game for him. And Söderdersen, who's had 2 goals today now. And we're into the 90th minute. This has got to be, well, I can't imagine we'll concede a goal from this position. Could we get a 4th? Söderdersen's so close to a hat-trick there. Probably should have finished it, and I would be really annoyed if we weren't winning this game. But 3-0 away. Like I said, we were 10-1 before the game. We've managed to score 3 goals on defensive tactic and launch ourselves back into the race for Europa League football. If you look at the table, there's very, very slim chance that we'll get Champions League because we're 6 points behind Red Bull Salzburg. But we're back into the Europa League places, and that's what we need this season. That's what we've got to do. We've got to qualify for the Euro Cup. 2 wins on the bounce now against teams like Austria Wien and Red Bull Salzburg. Both teams who are above us. Both teams we've now clawed back points against. And we've got a lot of games coming up now. The games coming thick and fast now, just towards the end of the season. We've still got Wolfsburger to play. We've still got Rapid Wien to play. And those last 3 games are going to be unbelievable. Sturm Graz, Austria Wien and Red Bull Salzburg in the last 3 games of the season. And we still could qualify to the Europe if we finish 5th, depending on the cup winner. But I don't want to take that chance. I want to finish top 4. I want to make sure we're in the Europa League next season. Otherwise, we could get sacked. I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you have any tips or comments whatsoever, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.